Hello, boys and girls. It's Dr. Parker again with our next great book adventure. This book is called Luis Paints the World, and it's by Terry Farish. Nico winds up. Luis races and crunches through leaves in the alleyway. He is ready. The ball sails. Luis catches it. Smack! In his oversized glove. Will you be back before it snows? Luis calls. And we can play at the Parque de las Ardillas? No, man, I'll be gone. Seeing the world, just like the army promised. Can I go too? Luis says. To see the world? But Nico is hauling open his squeaky car door, heading out to see his buddies. Not leaving till morning, he calls to Luis. Catch you before I go. Inside Nico's duffel waits by the door. Nico's car rattles away. Luis tries to slide into the duffel. Mommy discovers Luis's legs and hauls him out. You're not going to the army too, she says. Where is the army? Luis asks. Far away. Mommy returns to stirring sugar in the skillet for the flan. Nico loves flan. Who will cook him flan far away? Naranja dulce, Mommy sings. Limon partido, sweet honey orange, a slice of lemon. Luis says, Mommy, why are you singing about oranges and lemons? Oranges are sweet, she says, like you kids. But Nico, goodbyes are sour like lemons. The moon rises. Luis puts on his brother's giant boots. Outside, the lopsided moon lights the alleyway. He listens for the squeals of Nico's engine. Any minute. Can his brother see the world from here? Mommy shakes out the rug at the back door. She sings Naranja dulce limon partido. Luis brings his paint and brush from the shed. He paints an orange on the alleyway wall. Then another and another. He thinks, what if Nico goes far away and he doesn't come back? Luis's belly swoops. He paints 1,000,000 yellow lemons. Then the paint wants to swoop. He swoops the brush around to the left. He swoops it around to the right. Luis paints his house on the wall. He paints the river. It loops outside his bedroom window to the Parque de las Ardillas, where they play baseball, and to the bodega with trays of pan de agua. He paints 2 boys, one tall as David Ortiz, one short as a bat. He paints the world. Headlights light the wall. What's this? Nico calls. Luis's grin is sweet and as wide as the moon. It's the world, so now you don't have to go. Nico kneels by Luis. He wipes a glop of paint from Luis's cheek. Luis takes Nico's camouflage jacket, puts it on, then he runs. Inside, Mommy takes the flan from the oven. Luis tries to spoon the flan slowly into his mouth because when he's done, he has to go to bed. It tastes sweet and smooth and disappears too quickly on his tongue. Nico gives Mommy a blue phone that sparkles. He gives Luis his old mitt and a thick new paintbrush. They chase and holler until Nico lands Luis in his bed. Fear swoops in. Luis holds tight to Nico. Bye, kid. Nico slips his grip. Luis watches him till the door clicks shut. He squeezes the mitt. He squeezes the paintbrush. Then he squeezes his eyes shut. In the morning, the duffel is gone. Luis sits where Nico's car used to be. The next day, he pulls out more paint. He swoops it on the wall. He makes the river longer. It snakes up the alleyway past the next house. Every night, Luis and Mommy send a text to Nico. Que okay, que lo que, what's happening? Mommy sends a picture of Luis by the wall. Nico sends back a picture of a boy. Kid I saw here, he writes. The boy is walking with a bicycle. Beyond are jagged mountain peaks. Down the river, Luis paints the boy and the bicycle. Now they are in his world. Ciel from next door watches. Her mouth is an O. The air chills. Icicles glitter over the river rushing down the alleyway wall. Luis tries to paint. It won't stick on the frozen concrete. But he loves the goopy paint and tries a little on the kitchen wall till Mommy says no. Nico sends a picture of a turquoise cart in a market. It holds bananas stacked high. When the snow melts, Luis adds a cart and bananas to the alleyway world. The sun warms the ground. Summer smells like honeysuckle. Luis and Mommy bend their heads over the phone. They have checked all week. No picture. Luis asks, "How long before Nico comes home?" "Muy pronto," Mommy says. "Pero Luis, sometimes people, they move on. They don't come back for the baseball, even the flan." "Yes, they do," Luis whispers. Luis's shoes pinch his toes. Ouch! School is starting again. Nico texts, "Good luck, kid." Luis paints his brother in a Red Sox baseball cap and a jersey with the number 34. "Promise me," he says to his picture, "you'll come home and stay." Mommy calls from the stoop. "No más! Enough, okay?" "Un minuto más," Luis calls. Mommy lifts her arms to the moon. It's fall again. Ciel comes with her own brush. "Purple," she says. Luis nods. She paints violet streaks on the mountain. Mommy comes out of the alleyway. Luis hands her a brush. She takes in the world while she thinks. Mommy paints a panaderia on the banks of the river. Steam swirls. The bread is hot from the oven. More neighbors come with brushes. The alleyway blooms. Still, Luis can't forget what Mommy said, that some people don't come back for the baseball or the flan. But some people do. One day, when the leaves start to crinkle, Luis sees his brother walking up the alleyway. He puts down his paintbrush. He wants to be mad and say, "You have to promise." But Nico is on his knees. Luis rushes toward his brother, and the alleyway wall swoops and flows, the world rich with color. At the end of this story is an author's note. The author explains a little bit about where the inspiration for this book came from. The author's note reads like this. Luis and Nico's story takes place in Lawrence, Massachusetts, a city rich in culture and in art reflecting its communities. The city was built on the Merrimack River, where waterfalls generated power for textile mills. From early on, Lawrence was called Immigrant City as people from Ireland, Poland, Lebanon, Germany, Italy, Canada, and other countries came to work in the mills. Today, about 3/4 of Lawrence families are Latino or Hispanic, many from the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. Mural artists have depicted the city's history and cultures on tall buildings and in neighborhoods. I worked as the children's librarian at the Lawrence Public Library for several years, beginning in 2003, and one year I followed the work of young artists from the Greater Lawrence Educational Collaborative Alternative High School. They worked with the Essex Art Center's Sprout program and Lawrence Community Works to design a mural for peace. They painted the mural in an alleyway in the city's North Common neighborhood. It was the work of these students who painted bright stars and a light hand and a dark hand surrounding Earth that inspired Louise Paints the World. Thank you for joining us for Storytime today. I hope you'll come back next week for a new and inspirational adventure in reading.